when designing a portfolio, you need to have this thing in mind, which is you need to create what would make your target brand that you wish to work with trust you. Trust is what most organizations always want from we designers. And we do this by making these companies know that we understand what we are doing. Understanding what we are doing in the sense that any project we put on our portfolio should have a reason behind it. Like there should be something that inspired the project. You will need to let them understand the brief, the goal, and the solution used to achieve the concepts of every design that we put on our portfolio. Okay, so I'm going to stop here on that, and then I'm going to go to the second slide of Bolarinwa's portfolio. In fact, this part is also important. You need to let your target organization know about you, your focus of what you're looking at when it comes to design. So here I have a multidisciplinary thinker and designer who specializes in design, brand identity design, flyer design, editorial design, and very recently UI UX design. I have two issues with this introduction, and these are simple things that most organization always check. I said in the beginning that most of all these organizations always want somebody they can trust, somebody that when they give you a design project to work on, they can go to their relaxation chair and then just feel cool and believe that yes, our designer is going to solve the problem for us. All right. So the first thing I notice here is the typographical error, which is the UI UX here. I expect you to have space between UI and UX. All right. Then another thing again is the way you play with your layout here is not is somehow. All right, it's somehow. And then I have this information here with different color, and then there's too much space here that I don't understand why this space is more than what is here. So you need to work on that. All right, these are simple things that used to make us not get calls from companies. Okay, and then I like the fact that you put your picture here, which is also important, and the smiley face here shows trust. All right, and that's one other thing we all need to know how to do, which is to show this picture of when you employ me, trust me, I'm a free person. I am always happy to work. All right, so I'll go to the next slide, which is logo designs. So I notice most of we designers always make this mistake of arranging logos like this in our portfolio. Please, I would advise you stop it. It's not good at all, because you are trying to let the organization you are looking at working for trust your process, and there's no way they'll be able to trust your process by you just putting logos here like this. There should be a reason why this icon looks like this. You should be able to define why you did this, why this logo looks like this, why this is looking like this, and so on. So avoid doing this. All right, and then let's go to this. Okay, so you have the case study. You are beautiful. But so next time, what I would have advised you do is just to put logo designs and not just put all the logos like this. All right, I understand you are trying to make this look like the opening page of your logo design project. Okay, so it's better if you just type logo design, or maybe change the color of the background. All right, and the way we present portfolio is not really different from how we watch movies, most especially action movies, where we see there's a particular scene where everything is just quiet, and then there's a part where you just see the action part in the movie. So when you're designing a portfolio, have this scene, let me use the word scene, where whenever the person checking your portfolio get to that part, he or she understand, okay, I've gotten to another thing that this guy is into. All right, so I expect you to do something here next time. Okay, so the case study, this is your first logo. Okay, and logo concepts says the icon represent P, that stands for the brand's initials. The icon depicts the upward movement that stands for investment, finance, and wealth. The icon represents B that stands for banking. And then we have the brand color, and then we have the brand typography, the brand pattern, the brand application. Mm. Okay, so problem with this is you did not even state what the brand is into, and this is very important. People need to understand, okay, what is this brand into, and they will now check if what the brand is into connects with what you have here. All right, remember what the brand is into, the goal of the logo, and the solution, which is what you have here. All right, so you only have the solution, but we don't have what the brand is into, and then the purpose of the logo. Okay, so you need to work on that. Okay, so we have social media design. So like I said previously, there should be an opening page for your next service. Okay, so don't just jump into the next slide like this. So we have social media design, we have example of social media ads, more example available on requests. Examples of social media. I don't expect to see example of social media ads. I want to see, or okay, it's not even me now. The brand doesn't care about your example of social media design. What they care about is what you have done. Okay, the project that you've worked on the in the past, and then why, what inspired those projects. So we have here that Arts Creates Crypto is a cryptocurrency trading company. The goal is to create 2 seconds ad targeted at crypto traders. Subabia is a company. No, you don't do this. All right, these are two separate information and it's confusing. And then another thing again, I need you to work on is consistency. Consistency is part of what will make the organization checking your portfolio want to work with you or want you to be part of their team. Because look at what you did here. The way you arrange the information here is different from what you did here, and I think that is not professional at all. And then we also have flyer poster design. Example of like, no, you don't do this. All right. Print design, example of print. No, don't do this. All right. So if you are next time, if you're going to say example, don't use the word example. You can just say personal project. I think that should be that should even sell more than examples of print design. No, you can say personal project. You can put print design, and then you now say personal project, and then you don't put the design next to each other, except if this is coming from the same brand. All right, let's say this brand is still the same. It's still the same brand that owns this project. Then you can now define what inspired the two designs. You don't just put design next to it. These are two different brands that you place their artwork next to each other, so you need to work on that. And then product packaging, peppudem tomato puree, a fictional product design. This is aimed to creating. No, don't do this. Okay. So like I said, you need to explain what the brand is into, and then the goal of why they ask you to work on this project, and then your solution. All right, the context of what you came up with. Okay, and then on book design, a book cover design. Nah. And then we have your contact at the back. So Akinjo Bolariwa, I hope you get my point on this. So what on your portfolio? So what I think you need to work on is the consistency part of your design. Don't forget to explain, to say what the brand is into, and then the solution. All right, the context of what inspired the concept that you come up with. Okay, so let's go straight to our next design. I have this from Olabimiji Muiz. Okay, so Muiz, your welcome picture is no, don't do this. Don't ever put your picture as the welcome page. All right, your picture should come on the second slide that says about you. Okay, so don't do this. All right, this is not nice. And then I have your profile here that says my name is Olabamiji Moise, and I have 4 years of expertise as a graphics and motion graphics artist. I'm passionate about visual communication and using creative design to solve brand identity issues. I enjoy learning new things and I'm eager to expand my knowledge. So you put here your softwares, which is Photoshop, all right, Illustrator, After Effects. Muiz, there's a problem here because you said you have 4 years of expertise as a graphics and motion graphic artist. Among the five buttons you have here, you only check one. If you check one, you are trying to let the person checking your profile look at you like, are you actually saying the truth? Because I don't expect you to give yourself one button on After Effects. These are simple things that they matter a lot when it comes to designing a portfolio. Okay, so we have Corel Draw, Cinema 4D, and then InDesign, and then the design skills is graphic design, logo design, logo/brand design, digital design, social media, freelance graphic. All right, so your layout here is not nice because these elements here are not well aligned, so you need to work on that. And then again, don't put logos like this. All right, this is not professional. You can just write the name of the application. It's not compulsory you put the logo. Any brand who is looking forward to employ a graphics person will surely know those applications by their names. So you putting the logo is like you taking more space on your portfolio. And then the way you make this about me faint here, I don't understand. So please make it visible. Another thing again I notice is I think that's for that on this. And then on your slide two that says projects, logo folio, projects. Why do we have projects and then logo folio here? Anyway, let's go on. So you made the same mistake again. Don't do this. Avoid putting logos like this. All right. It's not professional. And then another thing again I notice here, Moise, is don't ever use a blurry logo on your portfolio, because doing this will make the brand look at you like a liar. Because if you're truly the designer that made the logo, you should be able to have the higher res of the logo. All right, so avoid this. Okay, and then what else again did I notice here? Please, putting of logos like this is not nice, so avoid it. Branding. We have complementary card. So complementary card and nothing about what made the complementary card look like this. Uh, let's see. Let me see again. Okay. Okay. Um, So Moise, I think you need to work. I'm sure you get my point, and I believe that you're going to redesign this because your portfolio is not really well organized. All right, the layout is not balanced. All right, it's not consistent. And then I want to quickly say this because I noticed Moise here did what I'm about to say. Um, you know, Portfolio design is not about you doing mock-ups. I know most of us always make that mistake. We always believe, okay, portfolio should be, me just putting design in a mock-up and then put it on the slide and just render it. No, it's not about that. Portfolio design is about your design and then why. And under that why is where about the brand is, the context, and then the goal. The context is the solution that inspired the look of the project that you worked on. All right. So then I'm going to go straight to thought design. So this is Big Toe Creative. Is it? No, this you see, this is the first error I noticed here. I would have advised you complete this. Don't play with the word creative. All right. Okay, so that's your name, Big Toe Creative, and then we have portfolio, and then we have graphic design. So please, guys, if you're designing a portfolio, do not present yourself like an organization. All right. When you're designing a portfolio, design a portfolio using your name. Don't do Big Toe Creative. No, we don't do that. Don't do this because most brands know where to go, or let me say what to do on contacting agencies who can provide design solutions for them. Okay, so but for them to now say, they ask you to send in your portfolio, they need somebody like you who is going to work in-house with them. So you presenting yourself as an organization is not going to work. So I would advise you don't play with this. Okay. So we have logo design, no introduction. All right. So please, Big Toe Creative, introduction is very, very key when it comes to designing of portfolio. The introduction or the about you tells the person checking your portfolio what they should expect on your portfolio. It tells them your focus, your type of person. In fact, it is through your portfolio that whoever is checking your portfolio know the type of designer you are. It is through your about me that they know, okay, this is where we are going to place this guy in our organization. But when you don't have about you, trust me, nobody will want to relate with you. So I think here I'm not going to go too much on your portfolio because I noticed that the starting is not really encouraging. So please, I would advise you go back and rework that. In fact, what I just did now is what most organization that you send your portfolio to would do, because immediately you see you're starting, I'm sure they will know that, okay, it's better I don't waste my time checking this person's portfolio, because checking is just going to be like you wasting my time. All right. So please, I would advise you, go back and work this. And then the last portfolio for today is portfolio from Good Luck. All right. And I don't understand why this is here, but if this is your logo, well, it's not bad. All right, so we have branding spans beyond the logo. There is always a process to follow. And then we now have your profile. So, first off, Good Luck. I don't think this is necessary. All right, this is not necessary. Okay, and why I say this is not necessary is like when you go for a job interview, and then you now say, maybe like the interviewer now asks you to introduce yourself, and the next thing you say is, branding spans beyond the logo. There's always a process to follow. Trust me, the person interview will just go, excuse me, can you repeat that again? Because to them, they look at you like, what did I ask you? What are you saying? So your portfolio is like you appearing in front of the person checking your portfolio. All right, so you need to be very careful with the way you place your content and your portfolio. It's very, the way you place it is very, very important. All right. Then I have about you here, and I'm wondering why you did this effect on your picture, and this your impression is not encouraging, because seeing this will make me believe that if I employ you, you will do more of playing than doing your work. All right. Or maybe, sorry, I'm talking like I'm the one who is planning to. Okay, I'm talking like if I want to employ you, because these are things that I'm going to check if I'm going to employ any graphic designer. So when I see this, I'll look at you like, okay, so you're coming in is just to come and play and just have fun. Your picture, the way you place your picture is very important. Okay, and then I have about you here, and then you have the software skills, which is Adobe Illustrator, Adobe, Photoshop, Microsoft PowerPoint, Google Meet, Zoom, Milanote. So sorry, okay, so Good Luck. So next time when you're designing a portfolio, you don't just add list of applications you know how to use. Your adding of list of applications you know how to use should connect with what they need you for, which is the applications you're going to be using to create designs. Google Meet, you don't use Google Meet to do design. You don't use Zoom for design. You don't use is it Milan Notes you put here for design. Even Microsoft, you don't use it for design. The only application that I expect you to put here should just be Adobe Illustrator and Photoshop. All right. So this 1, 2, 3, 4, I believe you just add them. You just put them there to make it look like you have idea on using too many applications. So please, guys, please, good luck. Avoid the use of applications that are not useful for graphic design. All right, I always say this to you guys during every design review that every organization who is going to employ you would first like to see if you have solved your own problem. So part of solving your problem is when you send this your portfolio to the organization. So these are things that organization check on portfolios. Number one, they want to know about you. All right, they want to know your focus, what you're looking at as a designer, the type of design that you love to do. All right, how you see graphic design. Okay, and then also your what you believe that you can do to help brands grow. Those are things they used to check. And another thing is the layout of your content and your portfolio. Also, they check that because they like somebody who understand the composition part of graphic design. So these are things they check. And then lastly is the context, which is the goal and then the solution that you provide. Okay, so I appreciate you guys for joining today's design review. So if you have not subscribed to my channel, remember to hit the subscribe button. You can also share this with your graphic design friends so that you can learn how to come up with good portfolio. All right, so thank you again, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.